Hey guys, it's Restless and Selfless here. I'm going to do a little video, 3 matches in Hearthstone. This is my first video doing anything with Hearthstone here. I just started playing yesterday actually. I've been pretty addicted to it, so I'm just going to show you my Hunter build. It's a pretty aggressive build, lots of beast cards in there. So I'm up against 3 people. And I'm recording the voice after actually doing these matches, because my recording software I can't figure out how to actually get my voice to record with the game. So you'll just have to, take my word for it here. Let's see. So these 3 people that I'm up against, they really suck, and they're all horribly bad. I don't know what they were doing. I've been up against opponents that are much better than this with the same deck, and have lost before, but I would still say my win ratio is at least higher than 50%. I usually win most matches, and I don't know if it's just because I get paired with these horrid players or not, but let's just take a look at this first match here and you can see just what I mean, and I'll do my best to explain what I'm doing. If I don't explain things very well, just let me know in the comments section. I like to greet people when I get into the game. Okay, and arcane missiles, so she does her little cheap 3 missile attack, takes some health out of me, and it's fun. I'm going to go ahead and summon one of my beasts here. And I think you'll find with a lot of the opponents that I'm up against in this 3-part series, they don't do a very good job of placing minions. See, because here what she did is she just took that minion out right away. Preferably I would have saved a card like that for later. So I'm just going to go ahead and do another one of my minions here. And I get that charge attack. Pretty much just leveled off that initial damage she did to me. I'm just taking a look at my cards here, and she has 6 of them. Should have some minions to play. Taking her sweet time thinking about it. It's a Fire Blast. Well, that's an interesting move. Not sure why she did that. Here I go ahead and pull out a taunt. Makes it safer for my 1 attack minion there. That minion does have Wind Fury, so when it's buffed, it's actually pretty good for being 1 mana. Ideal in situations like this where they don't have very much that they can do to attack the minions. And she'll regret later not using that Firebolt on that Wind Fury minion. Okay, Houndmaster, that's exactly what I need for this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play that, and I'm going to buff up my Wind Fury monster, or minion. And as you can see, I make the mistake of not using my extra Wind Fury. That's a bit because I'm new to that card, and I personally am not too used to having a second attack on 1 minion. I'm not even sure if she understands why I'm hitting the oops button so much. Now you would think with all the cards that she has up there, she would have some kind of minion to play right now. And goes for a Berserker. I'm not too concerned about that because I have a Hunter's Mark. So as you can see, it takes me a little while to process this, but I opt for the Hunter's Mark, bring it down to 1 health, and just take it out right away. Like having an empty board. In this game, there is a lot of an advantage to having more minions out on the board. And you'll see, like I said before, that's a mistake that a lot of these players make. And I choose to use him because there's not too much risk there. I have 2 taunts, meaning she can't attack him right away. Although, if I think about it, she could probably Fireball and she just simply doesn't. Down to 7 health. She could have been down to, well, I think that's, 3 less than that if I'd done my extra Wind Fury. But she's pretty much screwed right now. There's not much she can do about this, so. Plays her coin now. And wipes the board clean. Well, good job, but you're down to 7 health right now, so you're screwed. I get that Tundra Rhino. That's a good charge beast right there for Hunter deck to have. It also makes any other beast that you place on the board while he's still alive able to have charge. Finally brings out a taunt minion. Well, it's a little late for that, but I guess if you're gonna play one, you might as well play one. So she futilely tries to buff that up, and let's just see how I deal with that here. I could finish her off right now, but I like to just go through what I would have done anyway, which is placing that minion card out there, allowing me 2 hounds for the 2 minions that she had placed, and finish her off, shoot her in the face, and we're done. That's 1 noob taken care of. I gotta say, it's pretty ridiculous how people, when they play this game, they end up just fudging it up so bad by not placing minions, not having things for me to have to get out of the way before directly attacking them. And we'll just go over, let's see here what my current deck build is like. And you'll notice what I try to do is have as many beasts as I can, and I'll have a fair amount of taunts. I have a lot of wild cards, I would say. Cards like the, summon a random beast, or, you could even say modifier commands like, the kill strike, I think it's called, where, if I have a beast out on the table, it does more damage. And that's what I mean about building a more aggressive deck like that. So we'll go ahead and show you the second part of this here. When I started playing this game, I really didn't get the mechanics of this right away, but after playing a few rounds, you kind of get the gist of it. There are definitely a lot better players out there, but I was fortunate enough to get some people that just really just suck. Come on. Okay, so we're up against a rogue here. And in this video, it's pretty funny because I got some really good cards dealt to me for dealing with a rogue. And one of the things you'll notice is that, to be fair, rogues are a little bit better about not having to rely on minions quite as much. They can do a lot of damage directly by themselves. And you'll kind of see that in this video here. But because I get that bow, which is a weapon I can use for my hero to attack directly, I pretty much just null that all out with this particular rogue. I'm just going to go ahead and summon a beast right away. I like to get them out there as fast as I can. He's equipping his dagger already. I'll go ahead and attack my minion, get rid of it. Excuse me. Good starting strategy though. Just make sure you're getting rid of everybody else's minions. It's always a good base strategy to have. Just gonna keep going with that direct damage. Now I'm going to equip my weapon and I'm going to do some damage to him. He's at 4-4 right now, and personally I would think he should maybe play some minions if he has some cards. And I can understand if you don't have any minion cards on you at the time, but I still really think it's silly when people don't place their minions out there. I mean, come on. It's less damage that you have to take. I'm going to go ahead and just do a bunch of damage to him now. Take him down to 16. And he's got to put up with my shield barrier guy. I'm not sure if people can see you when you squelch them. I think that's what that says, but you know, if you right click their icon, it'll squelch. I always think that's kind of fun, especially if they can actually see that. Kind of a troll move. I really don't see why he didn't initially use that blade. That's another thing. You have to think about what you're doing in this game, in the order you place your cards, because that's going to have a strategic value. And here I actually messed that up myself. I should first place the Wind Fury Dragonhawk and then the next card, because I could have buffed him up. So a little hypocritical lesson there, but I'm not too worried right now. He's at 16, I'm at 28. I've got 2 minions on the board and he doesn't have any. And 7 cards, come on, you gotta have something, right? Especially sitting at 6-6. He's just gonna keep going straight for me. He wants to finish me off like fast or something, I don't know. So I have a beast out there, I can play that card, it'll do an extra, I think it's 2 damage. Just take that out right away. And then attack with my minions and go straight for this guy. He's got that nice rogue weapon there. Let's see if he does anything with it. Fan of Knives. Not really sure if that was worth the mana cost, especially considering where he is right now. It's really important. Let's just say you should have a decent amount of taunt minions in your deck. People play way too offensively, seem to just lack that all the way. Even though I've built an aggressive deck like this, I still have an acceptable amount of taunts available. I'm bringing them down to 6. Got that Stranglethorn Tiger. It's nice to have because you can place him and you're guaranteed to be able to attack because he's put in stealth. You know, his minion right there can't attack it. You're gonna pretty much get 5 guaranteed damage. And because this guy isn't placing any taunts at all, I'm just gonna do it straight to him. Take him out in the next move. He's just gonna buff that guy up. And really, I don't have to worry about his minions at all. He doesn't have any taunts out of it. It's just stupid. Yeah, he's doing a lot of thinking. And he's just gonna go for me. He's running out of time. And it's my turn and he's done pretty much. Fortunately for me, this next animal summon ends up being a charge, and just take him out right away with that. He gives up even before I can finish him off. I like the gratification of finishing people off, and that kind of upsets me when they just give up like that. Come on. Alright, so we're going to go for our next matchup here. Take forever for this to load. It's going to find another noob for me. It's funny because it always says worthy opponent, but these really aren't worthy opponents for this particular build. I'm not even sure if it even hits anything else. And we're up against another mage. Well, that's fun. You know, and it's funny because some mages do really, really well. I played one match where I was overwhelmed with what are they? Murlocs. It was a Murloc build. She had just whipped out so many minions I couldn't even deal with them all. Even with the spread shots that I have, the different, you know, the marks, it didn't matter. She just had so much out on the board at all times, constantly pulling new cards. And you know, this mage kind of tries to do something similar, pulling out all these different minions to guard her. But I have a fair amount of cards that allow me to deal with having huge amounts of minions out on the board, and you'll see that here. Just playing my defensive card now. I'll give this person the benefit of the doubt. I mean, this build that she has probably works with some opponents. I mean, she pulls out a lot of taunt. She has the extra spell damage, you know, ultimately benefiting and synergizing pretty well with the particular hero that she's chosen. But my build is better, so, you know, naturally I'm going to win. And just take one of those out because there's no attack, meaning I don't get any damage to my own minion. Which is pretty much the drawback of that card that she plays. And you'll see in the next few turns, I'm not sure if it's the one coming up next, but when she has tons of minions out, I'm able to summon with one of the hunter-specific cards just a whole army of hounds, and I just wipe her board clean. It's gratifying. There we go. That's the bread and butter right there. This particular match. And of course, you always want to think about what you're doing here. I mean, although it's seemed like the natural choice, there could be something that's better. She has 4 minions out, that gives me 4 hounds, meaning I can take out, I believe, 3 of them. Take those out, and then that one. And as you can see, because there's no attack on the minions that she had out, I didn't lose any of those. If she had played a card like a give your minion 1/1, that would have been an entirely different scenario. But she still, I believe she still takes care of these pretty well, pretty decently. Trying to freeze up my actions, which is a pretty good strategy for a mage. But you can see I have my Rhino out there. I love the Tundra Rhino. It gives me so much charge. I can just whip out cards and attack right away, and it's, you know, it's probably one of the best cards to have with a hunter build. You'll find stronger opponents, they know to get rid of those right away, so it doesn't always work out the way you want it to. But in this case, even though she freezed him, I still get that charge effect for any beast that I pull out. I'm fortunate to get a second one, so I just go ahead and attack her again. Doesn't matter. And the freeze is gone. Look at that board. That's just great. That's what you want to have. And that's what I'm talking about when people just don't have any minions out. Because all those points add up. Even though I have one, two 1/1s out there, I have so many on the board. All of those attack points just stack up when you're hitting a hero. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that guy down. I have one to just get rid of, and I can play my Core Hound, which is amazing. I have that charge already. I mean, I can take 9 right away, 2, and 1. She's down to 8. And this is what I'm hinting at about it being a more aggressive build. Because that charge really allows you to just do damage right away. If you can get that out on the board, you can do so much damage, it's unreal. I know a lot of hunters like to use the wolves to give them extra attack damage, but I just find this to be more beneficial. Pull it out, I have all those charges, good to go. And then the hunter shoots her in the face. Good stuff. So you can see, it's a pretty decent build, very aggressive, get you some kills in there. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like it, just hit like. Let me know, because if you guys really do like it, I'll try to make some more videos for you.